Hey everyone, I am so excited today. I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my most favorite desserts ever. It is a chocolate dream cake. So what that is that the cake part of this is chocolate, but it's very sponge-like and light and delicious. And then we top it with a chocolate whipped cream frosting between the layers, and then we cover the whole thing with some regular whipping cream. It is delicious. I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm going to show you how to make it right after my silly chef joke. What kind of chocolate do they sell at the airport? Plain chocolate. So let's get into making our cake. We're going to start here by separating our eggs. Here's the easiest way I have found to separate eggs from egg whites. All right, I just pour them right into my hand and just toss them back and forth, and they almost never break. I'm going to place the egg whites in the refrigerator to keep them chilled, and then I'm going to prepare our baking pans. I'm using two 9-inch round baking pans, and I am going to line them just on the bottom with some parchment paper. Now here's an easy way to do it. I'll just take my pencil and trace the outside bottom of the pan, and then I'll cut it out on the inside of the line. I'll place that in the bottom of the pan, and then I'm going to lightly coat the sides of the pan with some avocado oil. If you're wondering why I use avocado oil, well, avocado oil and olive oil are the only two oils I have in my home, and that's what I like to feed my family because I think they're the healthiest. It's time to prep up our dry ingredients. Hey, did I mention that this cake is gluten-free? Well, it is, and I tell you, you won't be able to tell. Now we're going to sift together some gluten-free flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. This is going to help make the cake be nice and sponge-like and light. So you'll want to stir this through, and then we'll set it aside until we're ready to add it. The biggest challenge with this recipe for me was to make the cake part light and sponge-like and moist. So the way I finally figured it out was by adding applesauce. So let's get into this. In a separate bowl, you're going to combine whole milk, the applesauce, which is unsweetened, avocado oil, and a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. And then whisk that up to combine. Now we're ready to start mixing things together. So to my egg yolks, I'm going to add the sugar to this, and we're going to beat this on high for 5 minutes. The batter should look like this. It should be nice and light and pale in color and creamy. And now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now as a reminder, don't forget you can get the written recipe below the video in the description area. Now I'm going to add the dry ingredients, and we're going to sift them again. I'll put half of the dry ingredients back into the sifter and sift that in. Once that's in, we're going to gently fold the dry mixture in. You always want to go from the center and then back into it. It's going to get pretty thick, just to warn you. Once we stir that in just a little bit, then I'm going to add the wet ingredients. I try not to mix this too much, but you do have to, get everything blended pretty well. So once this gets mixed in, then I'll add the other part of the dry ingredients, and I'll sift that in again. I can't wait for you guys to try this. It is so good. I tell you, it's worth every effort that you put into it. And let's face it, cake is an indulgence, right? I mean, we're going to have it once in a while. And when we do, at least me, I'm going to go all out. And I'm going to use the best ingredients, and it's going to be amazing. Now, we don't want to overmix here, so just make sure everything looks moistened. Okay, we have one more important ingredient to add to our batter, and that is the egg whites that have been chilling in the refrigerator. So we'll pull those out, and we're going to whip those up till they're nice and stiff peaks. This can take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, so just hang in there and get them nice and stiff. Once they're done, I'm going to pour them into the cake batter and fold it in ever so gently. We don't want to deflate the cake batter if we can help it. Take your time here and get everything incorporated, but don't overmix. This is what the batter should look like. You can still see a little bit of white, but that's okay. So I'm going to divide the cake evenly between the two pans, and then I'll spread it out. These are going into a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 15 minutes. I like to check it at 14 just to make sure. Cakes are done when we test them with a toothpick and they come out pretty clean. We want to let the cakes cool on a rack for 10 minutes before we take them out of the pans. It must be time for chef joke number 2. What do ghosts serve for dessert? Ice cream. Here's how I remove the cake from the pan. I'll put the rack on top of it and then flip it over. Now my cake popped right out, so that was great. Everything worked well. I will gently peel off the parchment paper, and we're going to let this cool completely before we add the whipping cream, which should only take about an hour. It's time to make our chocolate whipping cream, and of course I'm using organic whipping cream here. Now I'm going to start mixing this just until it begins to get a little thick. Probably just mix this for about 30 to 45 seconds. And then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients, which is vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and cocoa powder. I added the cocoa powder and the sugar a little bit at a time so I wouldn't have any problems with clumping. Now you're going to notice that when you add the cocoa powder, the whipping cream is going to get thick really quick, and it's going to have the consistency of buttercream frosting. Now if you overmix this, you know what's going to happen, right? And if you don't, it turns into butter. This is what you want it to look like, and now we're ready to put it on the cake. Get yourself a low lip cake dish and place your layer right on top. I'm going to place half of the chocolate whipping cream on this layer, and then I'll save the other half for the top layer. Now just spread that luscious chocolate whipping cream evenly over that layer. Time to put on that second layer. It is so hard not to take a taste right now. Look and see who's eyeing my cake over there. So with this layer, I'm just going to place everything in the bowl at the same time. So I have 12 ounces of heavy whipping cream that's organic, and then I'm going to add some vanilla extract, and I'm going to add some regular sugar, and I'm going to put it all in right at the beginning. I'm using regular sugar because it works, and if you put it in right at the beginning, it mixes in and dissolves just fine. Mix this until it's firm on high speed, and then we are ready to frost the cake. I find it easier to frost the sides of the cake first and get it covered, and then do the top last. We'll want to refrigerate this for at least an hour before we eat it, just because we want that whipping cream to firm up a little bit. The final touch for this cake is I'm going to grate some Goutard semi-sweet chocolate over the top. Like I said earlier, we're going to chill this for about an hour in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to cut into it. I cannot wait for you guys to try this. It is an amazing cake. And that's because it's a dream cake. I want to know in the comments who's game to try this cake. I think this cake should go viral. Who wants to help me spread the word about it? Okay, so we have dessert covered. Now you need something for dinner. Why don't you try my cauliflower chicken bake? Click the link on the screen and it'll take you right to the recipe. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know by smashing the like button. And if you make the cake, let me know down in the comments how it turned out. I think you're going to love it. All right, we'll see you next time. Have a great day.